It's summer, it's show season, and with that, you see new builds popping up left and right with some sweet setups. Whether you're starting to build your truck or looking to get into something new, these are some of the top truck platforms that we've noticed in the scene and built ourselves to give you some awesome options for your next show build. And of course, everything you need from wheels and tires to suspension, accessories, and performance, it's all available at CustomOffsets.com. Now, this list isn't all inclusive. There's definitely some sick builds out there that are completely one-off and definitely sick, but this list is kind of meant for some of those easier to find body styles that offer either great reliability, a shit ton of aftermarket support, or hell, just because the body style looks damn good lifted and has some polished Johnnies. So let's get into it. First up, and probably the most popular, like stupidly popular, is the 2017 Plus Ford ALUMIDUTY. These bad boys have had insane presence ever since they first came out. Lighter aluminum bodies and a solid diesel power plant gave these trucks lots of capabilities for power. Not only that, but Ford got away from their round, bubbly designs and went with a much more squared body and front end to really modernize these trucks. With the same suspension as previous years, it really made it easy for aftermarket companies to roll everything over to these new trucks and offer everything you need to make your truck look insane. 8 inches of lift and you can run 16 wides and 40s, no problem. Add an aftermarket front bumper and you won't even rub. Ask me how I know. We kind of sort of did it with the Archon K350 that we brought to SEMA 2 years ago. It was sick. These trucks are definitely easy to lift too and have everything from a leveling kit to 12 inches of wicked suspension. The only downside to these trucks is that they are new, even with a slight front end refresh in 2020 that offers like a slightly different headlight shape and grille and front bumper. But in today's market with like the microchip shortages and the lack of truck computers and just random pickups sitting around everywhere, these trucks are going for a hot $1 right now. Next up, and in no particular order, is the GMT 900 Chevy Silverado 1500. Personally, I prefer the Sierras a little bit more in the same body style, but you see these 07 to 13 Silverados everywhere. A good engine and lots of aftermarket support make these great to go after. I mean, we have like 4 of our employee show trucks here at the shop that are all running the same body style Silverado. They're a great newer truck option that doesn't feel dated, has a lot of technology put into them, more power than previous generations, and they aren't crazy expensive. I know, the technology that went into like the displacement on demand might not be everyone's favorite, and a lot of people actually delete it, but hey, you'll have that as companies are trying to make these big trucks more fuel efficient. For a cheaper option that's still got a solid engine is the Cat-Eye 03 to 06 Silverado, but you sacrifice interior quality on most of the trims versus the newer generation, and good luck finding one that still has rockers and cab corners. Which leads me to some of the potential downsides of this Silverado, those 7 to 13s. I mean, the displacement on demand before that I mentioned is kind of an annoyance, but in addition to that, like, for some reason these trucks just rust right in the middle of the door.
What the f happened? What's even at this height that just hit specifically like that spot? Someone shoot at you?
Don't ask me how it's even possible or makes sense. Just ask Bailey why he's got a glory hole in both sides of his door and king coilovers. But that's none of my business. Next up, my favorite, you already know the OBS Ford. 1992 to 1996, straight fire. These trucks have been around since before I was born, so suspension kits are extremely easy to find, and they even have conversion kits from companies like Ride Motorsports to take these old twin I-beam trucks and convert the frame and mounts to 25 and up Super Duty axles, and then you can run like modern day coilover setups and new Super Duty bolt patterns. But regardless, the factory OBS Ford bolt patterns are still popular, and you can get everything from 15-inch welds all the way up to 30-inch forces for these trucks. Another benefit of these trucks being around for so long is the 134 pages of forums with customizations that people have learned and done over the years. King Ranch seat swaps, Explorer center consoles, Bronco fuel tank swaps, you name it, and there's probably some dude who owns one Ford but wants something from a different Ford and found a way to make it fit. The downside to these bad boys, they ain't easy to find rust-free, and you'll be paying for it. These trucks are typically either rusty work trucks nowadays, or they're considered like a classic or collector's truck, and people are asking over like $20,000 for their OBS 7.3 with 180,000 miles on it. The OBS tax is getting almost as bad as the Cummins Bro tax, which perfectly leads us to our next truck on our list. No, it's not your rusted flatbed second gen that you're asking $35,000 for because it's only got 285,000 miles. We're talking about the 4th gen Cummins. These can fit a lot of the same stuff as the ALUMIDUTYs, but like with a Cummins engine, and most times at a cheaper price tag. Finding the first couple of years of the 4th gen puts these trucks at like over 10-ish years old, and finding a higher mileage one for cheaper makes it a good solid diesel for pretty cheap. The 4th gens look good, come with a more reliable transmission than previous Dodges, which is kind of ironic to say, and they also offer the good old mega cab. There's also a lot of wheel, tire, and suspension options, as these trucks have kind of been around with the same bolt pattern style design for a while now. Some of the issues you could see with the 4th gen is that they ran up until 2018, so as the technology improved, they got newer and more powerful. The price can also reflect some of that. Also, a lot of Dodge interiors are like just kind of mediocre at best, so that's also something to keep in mind with your show build. That's not to say that your show build can't go for a custom interior. It would definitely look sweet. Or some Dodge guys will upgrade to Laramie Longhorn interiors, which also look sick as well. Okay, so we've got a little bit of everything for show trucks. Some old shit, some new shit, diesels, all of that good stuff. But this last one is a little bit of a wild card. The last truck we have for a good show build platform is the good old 6-wheel dually. Yeah. You're seeing these pop up a lot recently as a clean tow pig build that also looks great as a show build on its own. All a lot of these trucks need is a small lift kit and some 22s or 24s, and it's gonna look solid, I promise. You can obviously get crazy with the dually build and go super single and large lift kit, custom interior. Pretty much all I can picture is CJ's Joker Power Stroke and everything done to that. But the best part is that almost every body style truck I mentioned before is a great dually platform build as well. The new ALUMIDUTY dualies are all over the place since they make a great tow pig already, and with a small lift and some forces, all of a sudden become a show build as well. OBS dually builds look dope, and Cummins dually builds are a lot like the ALUMIDUTYs. Doesn't take much to make them look good, and maybe that's why you're seeing so many people go that route. You have a good solid truck that's capable of anything. With some easy modifications, it also looks just as good. Or hell, go crazy, make your truck into a dually like Gabe, and then go absolutely wild with it. I ain't gonna tell you what to do. So that's pretty much it. This isn't an all-inclusive list. I know that there's some truck body styles that are probably missing, so drop them in the comments. Maybe we can do another video covering the next 5 best platforms to build a show truck off of. And head to CustomOffsets.com and check out everything you need for your build, because that's how we keep making these sweet videos for you like this one. Peace.